Hello everyone, good morning. In today's video, we will discuss input-output functions. In previous video, we saw which are the input-output functions. See here, these are the input-output functions. So here these are the input-output functions: scanf, printf, getchar, putchar, gates and puts. In this scanf and printf, these two are formatted input-output functions, and all these remaining four are unformatted input-output functions. So we will see today. See here, there are two types of input-output functions. One is formatted input-output function and unformatted input-output function. So first type is formatted input-output functions. Which are the formatted input-output functions? See here, printf and scanf is the formatted input-output function. So printf is the formatted output function. Remember this, formatted output function. Printf is the formatted output function and scanf is the formatted input function. So scanf is the input function and printf is the output function. See here, printf formatted output function. It is used to display the message or result on the monitor screen. See, if you want to display any message on monitor screen, so you can write down that message in printf statement. Means that message is print on monitor screen. If you have given some information to the computer for processing, it will calculate. Computer can calculate the result. If you want to see that result, it will display on the monitor screen. If you want to see that on the monitor screen, so computer can display that result in printf statement. Using this printf formatted output function, it will display on the monitor screen. Means user easily can see that result. So printf is the formatted output function. Remember this. Okay, it is used to display a message or result on the monitor screen. That is the use of printf function. Then syntax. See here, if you comes in final exam, that time if you have written program, if you executed this type of question, examiner can ask for viva questions. Means what is the use of printf function in C program? So you should know what is the use of printf function. The use of printf function is it will print the message on the monitor screen. The use of printf function is it will display the message or result on the screen. Means user easily can see that result or read that message on monitor screen. See, that is the use of printf function. Then syntax. What is the syntax of printf? See here, syntax. Printf, open round bracket, in double quotes write down control string. Means whatever message you want to write down, that message you can type here in control string within this double quotes. Then after double quotes, then give comma and variable list. Why I have written here variable list? See here, if you entered here, enter the number. Whatever number, means whatever variable you are using here, that variable you can write here. If you not written, that value of that variable is not displayed. See, okay, if you want to display that number, so write down that variable list here. Means whichever variable you are using in your program, so write down that variable list. This is write down the message and write down what variable you are using here. Then round bracket close, give semicolon. Each printf and scanf statement is ended using semicolon. Means it is enclosed by semicolon. It is terminated by semicolon. Where control string is, see here control string means specifies the type and format of the variable is to be displayed. Means what type of variable you are using, that type of format we can write down in this double quotes. Okay, then here variable list, where means variable list. Where list means what? See here, is a list of variables to be displayed on the monitor. Means whatever variables you are using here, if you want to display that variables on monitor screen, so write down here where list. So variable list, it will display on the monitor screen. Then example. See here, what is example of the printf statement. Printf, write down in double quotes message. Whatever message you want to print here, write it here in message box. Then within this double quotes, whatever message you want to print on monitor screen, so write down that message in double quotation, then give comma, and here I am using message 1 is the variable, so write down that variable name. Then see here, this is the example. See here another example, printf, I want to print the hello world message on the monitor screen. See, if you want to print only message on monitor screen, so write down that message hello world. If you are I have written here message and message 1. Why I have written here? Here I am using message 1 means enter the number. Which number you want to enter? Number. So here write down num1. I want to enter the number 1. So num1. Num1 is the variable. If you want to use the variables in your program, so use this. If you want to simply display the message, use this second one. Okay, printf hello world. Whatever message you want to print, write down in double quotes. Then give semi-comma. This is the format to write down the printf condition, means statement. Then scanf. Scanf is the formatted input function. Why scanf is a input function? Means for processing, we will give the inputs to the computer for processing. Means computer can accept the information from the user. Means it accepts the input from the user. So through scanf, computer will accept the input. Means it will accept the data for processing. So formatted input function, scanf is a formatted input function. This function is used to read the values from the keyboard. Means whatever value you want to enter from keyboard, so write it in scanf statement. Means it reads the value from the keyboard. Then syntax is scanf control string, then address list. In printf statement I have written here control string, means whatever message, then address list. I have used here address list, means whatever number you are entering, that it's saved in particular location. If you want for processing time, if you want to fetch that if you want to fetch that numbers, so address ampersand, it will fetch the location of that number where exactly that number is saved. So ampersand n, ampersand that variable, means address list. Okay, then where control string means it is a sequence of one or more character group, is a combination of percent symbol. Using percent symbol, what type of data type we are using? See here, if you are using the integer value, so use percent d. If you are using any letter means character, so use percent c. If you are using any particular word, so use percent s, means string. If you are using the fraction values, so use percent f. The combination of percent symbol and that character means that data type. Which type of data type you are using in your program, so using percent symbol, write down that. Then address list. Address list means what? It specifies the address of memory location. Means in memory location, that number is saved in particular location. If you want to fetch the address of that location, so use ampersand and that variable where the value of input variable should be stored. Means that whatever number you have entered here, that number is saved in that particular location. If you want to fetch the address of that variable, so use ampersand. Okay, then example scanf %d %f or %c. See here, if you are using integer value, so use %d. If you are using floating fraction value, so use %f. If you are using any single character, so use %c. If you are using any letter, so use %s. So if you used here %d means ampersand x, then fraction value is saved in y, then %c means this character is saved in z. So use the address. For this we can use for address, means it is saved in particular location. Okay, see here Unformatted, you have seen the formatted. There are two formatted input output functions. One is formatted output function is printf and formatted input function is scanf. So here unformatted input output functions. See, unformatted input functions, which are input functions. These functions are used to read the character type data from the keyboard. Input means it accepts the data from the keyboard, means using keyboard whatever data you can enter, means whatever input you are giving to the computer, means computer can accept the input from user. So that is known as the input function. So first one is getChar. GetChar is the input unformatted input function. So it is used to read a single character from the keyboard. There is no parameter inside the braces, means here getChar only accept the single character only. There is no parameter inside the braces. See, syntax. Ch means this is character, ch variable, getChar and close using for semicomma, means enclosed by using semicomma. This is the syntax of getChar. If you want to use a getChar in your program, so this is the syntax. Like this you can write down. Okay, where var is a character type variable. So this is ch means character type variable. Whatever character type variable you are using in program, so write down that here. Then for example, void main, then open bracket, means your execution of C program start from the main function. Then char later. Here I am using the char character later. So later equals to getChar. This is the format to write down the getChar, means unformatted input function. Then gates. Gates is one of the formatted input function. So gates, these functions read everything you entered from the keyboard until the enter key is pressed. It means this function read the both lines. Syntax is gates and string. Whatever string you are using, so write down in brackets. Where string is a sequence of character. String means what? What is the definition of string? Means sequence of character or combination of alphabets is known as strings. String is a sequence of character and it is of type char. So it is a type of char. For example, void main char name of 25. Name of 25 means what? Means whatever name you are using here, that name, in that name you can only use 25 alphabets. If you use more than 25, it will not accept. Means that is the meaning of this. Okay, printf enter your name, gets name. So you write down the name using 25 letters. Then unformatted output function. Unformatted output functions. Which are the unformatted output functions? See here, getChar and gates is the unformatted input functions, and unformatted output functions are putChar and puts. They are used for display and printing the character type data. PutChar, this function prints a single character on the screen. The character to be displayed is of type char. Means if you want to display a single character on monitor, so we can use putChar. Syntax putChar ch variable, means character variable, where chvar is a character variable which is enclosed within the parenthesis. Means whatever character variable you are using, that you can write down within parenthesis. This round bracket is called as a parenthesis. Okay, where example void main char ch. So we are using here char ch, character is ch, putChar ch. So that whatever character you are using here, so write down in within parenthesis, means within round bracket. Then second one is puts. This function print a string of characters on the screen. Means putChar is only print only single variable on monitor screen, and getChar is accept, means accept input only single character, and gates are, it's a combination of alphabets, means any string. and puts is it will display print a string of characters, means combination of alphabets it will displayed on monitor screen, where string is a sequence of characters, so combination of letters. For example, void main char message of 20, means whatever puts message here, whatever message you are writing here using, that message should have a 20 letters only, means 20 alphabets you can use in that. That is the meaning of this. This is called as a array. You have this array part in next. You have one program on array also. Later you will study this array. You have a array in your syllabus. So that time we will discuss what you mean by array. Then header files. Header files. Which are header files? See, every C program has a header file. Using header file we can execute our C program. So what you mean by header files? Files that are placed at the header portion before the main function of a C program are called as a header files. Means whatever two statements, means that two header files we are using at the header portion of the program, that is called as a header files before the main function. Normally the standard header files are having .h extension. Each header file has a .h extension which designates what is the .h means header file. .h means header file. So serial numbers here, these are the header files. First one is header file and use for header stdio.h means standard input output functions. Means if you are using the standard input output functions in your program, so write down stdio.h. If you are using any math.h, what is math.h means? If you are using any mathematical formula in your program, so use mathematical functions. Means for example, see square root function, power function, there are number of functions. If you are using this type of functions in your program, so write down math.h. If you not written math.h, that time it shows the error to that formula, means it is not declared. So you should write down the math.h header file. So mathematical functions, when you are using mathematical functions in your program, that time you can use this math.h. Then string.h means string manipulation function. If you are using a string manipulation function, that time you can use the string.h. Then malloc.h, memory allocation or deallocation functions. Then stdio.h means standard library functions. If you are using standard library functions in your program, so use stdlib.h. Then ctype.h means character manipulation function. Time.h, if you are using time, so time computation function. Graphics.h, if you are using graphical function, so write down graphics.h function. dos.h means function linking DOS routines. These are the header files. Then preprocessor directive. In every C program we are using preprocessor directive. What is the meaning of preprocessor directive? See, before means if you are using this preprocessor directive in header files, hash include. This is hash include is the preprocessor directive. C processor is a collection of, means C processor or preprocessor is a collection of special statements called the preprocessor directives. Means C processor is a collection of special statements. Means we are using the special statements in this, so we can call it as a preprocessor directives. The preprocessor directives are executed before C program is compiled. Before compile your program, this type of statement is executed. The C processor directives are used in performing the following actions. Means the C processor directive performs the following action. See here, it performs substitution of values. Means it will help to substitute the values in whatever formula you have used. Those substitute the values in formula. Then including files. Here in this we are using the files, means header files. Then conditional computations. So these are the performs C processor directive. Serial number, then preprocessor directive. See here, these are the preprocessor directive. Hash define, to define a micro. See, if you want to define any values, so see here, hash define means if you want to use the pi value in your program, so write down hash define and that pi value. Hash include, normally we can write down the header files using hash include to include the content of a file. Then hash if, to test whether a compiled time condition is true. And hash end if means to end the preprocessor condition. If you want to end the preprocessor condition, use hash end if. These are the preprocessor directives. Then control statement. See here, there are three types of control statements: conditional control statements, unconditional control statements, and looping control statements. So we will discuss these three control statements in next video.